business owners, I need to be totally honest with you, there are some really ugly things that go with running a business. There's some amazing things too, but there's some really kind of ugly stuff that you need to know about before you start thinking about running a business. This video will cover my 5 ugly truths to running your own business, and I'm not trying to throw any tea, no shade, nothing bad, but if you stay around until the end of the video, I'll tell you how you can deal with those things too. So the first thing for me is it can be super isolating running your own business, right? When you're in a company and you've got lots of people around you, you've got people to bounce off of, or just physically people there and with you. But when you run your own business, there can be times when you just feel super alone. So I think when you're running a business, you need to make sure that you are aware of the fact that that can be a very, very real reality for you. It's also super hard work. If anyone tries to sell you that you'll be able to get rich quick, or there's something really easy that you can do that means you'll be a millionaire straight off, they're lying, don't listen. So you need to be ready and willing to put in a bunch of super hard work. Selling, for me, what days? If someone tries to sell me something on a daily basis, like it's whether it's email or calling me or whatever, like I get that people need to kind of sell their business, but just be prepared for people trying to sell you stuff on a regular, and also don't underestimate the amount of selling that you're going to have to do, the amount of legwork that you're going to have to do to try and get someone to come and buy your thing or buy into you. If you live in the UK, like I do, the UK economy just really isn't built for people being self-employed. So things like being sick, like when you are self-employed, there's no such thing as sick days. You don't get to stop. You don't get sick pay. Like it just doesn't work the way that it does when you're in employment. And other things, like if you are trying to apply for a credit card, for example, credit card companies, in my experience anyway, don't particularly like people who are self-employed, which is just nuts, right? Because we're kind of giving to the economy too, but the UK economy, for some reason, is just not really built for self-employed people. Going back to work can also be an issue. So you're either seen as kind of a maverick or someone that's broken away, and that can be seen in a negative sense, which I don't believe it should, but it can be. So just be conscious of that. And also, it's dog eat dog out here. Like there are so many things that I've seen happening and ways people behave towards each other. There's not a lot of love and kindness. There is, like, seek that out and keep it, but there are a lot of people who are just totally out for themselves, and that can be super not fun. So whilst I think there are some kind of not great and ugly things about being in business, I do think there's some really good stuff. Obviously, if you are able to run your own business and make it work, that's amazing. Great, go you, keep going, show other people how you can do it, that's fabulous. And in terms of the first thing that I said, so being isolated, surround yourself with the kind of people that you want to be around. I do think that if you surround yourself with people who are kind of positive, honest, you don't want people who are just kind of yes men telling you yes when you're doing stuff that's stupid, but people that can help you grow, people that are going to support you and support your business. Choose your tribe, I guess is what I'm saying. In terms of hard work, just make sure that you plan. I think, me personally, I'm not very good at planning, but make sure that you plan out your time, because otherwise you can be up till silly o'clock at night doing work. You can make yourself super ill. There's only one you, so make sure that you plan your time. In terms of the selling stuff, have boundaries. So these people that are constantly trying to sell you stuff, if you're not buying, be open about it. You don't have to be rude, but be open about it, because then you're not spending all of your time almost like fending off these people trying to sell you stuff. You can spend your time in a proactive way, like in the way that we just talked about. I can't really do much about the economy. The economy is the way it is, but what I would say is plan out your financials in a way that works for you. So make sure that you've got a bit of a buffer, and make sure that you're able to kind of sort yourself out and look after yourself from the financial point of view if you become sick or anything like that, because unfortunately the UK economy and the UK government aren't particularly going to help you out there when you're self-employed. With going back to work, I think the key thing that I probably learned from setting up a business was to maybe do it as a side hustle before you kind of make it your everything. Like, it's fabulous if you've got a great idea and you want to jump into it, but I guess test the waters a little bit and see how things go. I didn't do that, and I've suffered with it. I mean, I've come through it, but actually I think if I'd have started my business as a side hustle alongside working in like the normal standard way, it would have been much easier for me to transition. So I would definitely kind of give those people that advice, and that if you can, make it a side hustle. And with the being dog eat dog, I mean, the world is the world right now, right? Like, there is some crazy stuff that happens and goes on out there, and the fact that some people are kind of out for themselves and it's kind of dog eat dog is not your problem. So what I would say is try your best to just not take it personal, have those boundaries, have your you bubble, and just do you, because otherwise you can spend a hell of a lot of time being worried about what other people think and just letting other people's negativity in. You don't need that, just do you. If you liked this video, please like, share, tell people, spread the love, do all the good stuff that you need to do. Have an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you soon.